as far as clothing, you wear what the Russians wear. I don't care if you're not cold. People will yell at you if you're not wearing a hat and scarf, if everyone else is wearing a hat and scarf. And they wear their winter clothes long into spring. It's not kind of like Utah where it's 40 degrees and people are running around in shorts and flip-flops. Like, they wear their coats until like summer. You know, you definitely need to wear what the Russians will wear and just kind of look around and see what people are wearing. And you do need to, at least in some aspect, adapt to that, because people will comment and ask you if you're crazy because you're not wearing tights. Tights are a really big thing for sister missionaries. And if you decide to kind of rebel and be like, I'm not going to wear tights and boots, it's not cold enough for that, the Relief Society will get together and think that you don't have tights and boots, and will pull all their resources together to try and buy you some tights or boots. And usually they're not the kind that you would normally pick out for yourself either. So do yourself a favor and just humble yourself and wear what the people are wearing, because it really kind of creates problems. Like, I've tried to talk to people and they're so worried that I'm not wearing tights that they won't listen to what I have to say about the gospel or anything. There's a couple cultural things, especially for sisters. You can't sit on cold things. And they will say it's because you won't be able to have children if you sit on cold things. Your feet should always be covered. You'll get sick if you go around barefoot, or they'll always give you sandals to wear when you enter their house. You always take off your shoes whenever you enter any house and put on the little tapachki is what they call them. They're usually kind of pretty ugly foam sandals that are usually kind of gross and worn out. So if you kind of have like feet issues, just be sure to wear socks. Because they're very much they share what they have. I had a companion that, for the life of her, she hated wearing hats, and so she wouldn't wear a hat clear into November, and everyone's like, you need to put a hat on. I don't care if you're not cold, like, it's bad for you, you'll get sick. Like, Russians value health above everything else. A lot of times we'd ask people, like, what is most important to you in life? And they would say health. And their reasoning is that if you don't have health, you're not good to anyone else around you. Like, you can't help out in any way, and you're just a burden to others. You can't work, you can't help your family. Like, if you're not healthy, you can't do anything. And so, which is kind of ironic, because not a lot of them work out or have very balanced diets, or, like, in America's sense of health is very different from Russia's sense of health. You kind of do just want to fit in. I mean, you can wear brightly colored things. Russians are very, very fashionable. And that's fine. But as far as like dressing for the weather, you definitely need to wear what the Russians wear. Wear a jacket when it's raining outside. And even in like my first city that I served in, it was super humid, and there was typhoon season, so you'd get a lot of rainstorms, and then it'd come through really fast, and then it'd be really sunny, but it'd still just be so humid, like you could see the moisture in the air just like swirling around. And although it was really hot in summer, because it was raining, people would still be wearing jackets. And if I wasn't wearing a jacket, people would ask me, why aren't you wearing a jacket? I'd be like, well, it's not cold. And like, you're crazy. You need to wear a jacket. You've got to pick your battles. There are some cultural things that you'll really want to push against, but some of them you just have to submit to, like the clothes. But also, tea. They don't care how hot it is outside. They will serve you scalding hot tea. Boiling, boiling hot. And for Russians, I don't know if they just have like a superpower where they can just like drink boiling things, but you'll get a lot of tea, a lot of cookies. They'll it's kind of like a tradition when somebody comes into the house, they always have to bring something to them. Maybe even if it's just like a little tiny piece of candy or something, they always give them something. And although I never really did this a lot on my mission, I kind of wish I would have more. But also bringing things for them when you come over, even if it's just like a little piece of candy, or if you need an excuse to like stop by an investigator's house or something for no apparent reason. They're so sentimental if you just say, I just thought of you and I wanted to bring you this chocolate, or I just wanted to bring you this thing. It means a lot to them. They're a very gift-giving community. Also, there's a weird thing about saying that you like things. In America, sometimes we say like, oh, I like your bag, or like your shirt's really cute. But that's really weird to them. And if you say like, oh, I like that, they think that you want it. So like sometimes, especially at the beginning of your mission, you kind of keep with that. You don't really know what to say. So you just say like, oh, I like that thing on your wall, or like, that's really pretty. And they'll be like, oh, do you want it? And they will like take a rug off their wall and give it to you. Or like they will try and give you anything that you compliment on. I mean, obviously it's not the same all the time, but just kind of like being aware that like if you compliment something, or if you say that you like something, they'll want to give it to you. Like a member's scarf or something, like, oh, your scarf is so pretty, that looks beautiful. And she'll be like, you know what, have it. And then just like put it on you. And you're like, no, I don't want it. She's like, no, it's my gift. It's my gift. You have to take it. And so like you do have to be careful with saying that you like things, because Russians will try to give you whatever. It doesn't matter really how inconvenient it is, and like obviously not in every situation, but a lot of times if it's like something small or like not of significant value, they will try to give it to you. Yeah.